to Masters. Me and my co-host are already having a good time. We got a great show for you today. You ready to get it started?
You already know.
You kick the show off.
Right here on Masters, we're going to check on our stylists. We'll be back.
A great show planned for you today in Masters, and we're talking about appearances in different settings. Is it okay to switch it up? Should we switch it up? What if you keep the same styles? Can you cross over with styles like you cross over in music? What's good for one that's not good for the other? That's what we're talking about today.
I don't know. I'm still having a hard time figuring out what you're supposed to wear. Because see, back in the day, remember we used to go to church? Everybody used to dress up in church.
Not anymore.
You wearing jeans and t-shirts, but they tell you come as you are.
I grew up Catholic, so we was always a come as you are type of setting for me.
What? Catholic church has been come as you are? I ain't never know that.
Catholic church don't really stress the Sunday's best like other denominations.
Oh, okay. I guess because they all wear the robe, so you ain't got to really wear no
Everybody don't wear a robe at Catholic church.
I mean, I don't know. I ain't ever really been to Catholic church that much. It was too much yawning for me. I couldn't.
Go to a good black Catholic church. You gotta go to like a St. Peter Claver or something like that.
Knock it off, girl.
Well,
Black Catholic.
I think in the Baptist church, because like you said, Catholic has always been come as you are. But I know that at my church, Sixth Baptist Church.
Oh, did you plug your church?
I sure did.
Okay, go ahead.
My church, Sixth Baptist on Felicity, 628 Felicity Street, Uptown. Anywho, when the old pastor was there, before my godfather took over as pastor, everybody had to, yes, my godfather is a pastor, stop shrugging your shoulders, sir. Everybody had to dress up. You know, women had to wear dresses or skirts, and your skirts had to be 2 inches below the knee, and you couldn't, there were a lot of things that you couldn't do at that church then. And then Pastor Sanders, my godfather, took over, and it became come as you are. And I literally, as a little girl, started seeing, or as a teenager, started seeing women who looked like they had just left the strip club coming to 8 o'clock service. But we don't judge them, because even strippers need the word. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, you still need the word, or where you come from, or how you come in. You're coming to get a blessing. You're not coming for a fashion show.
Right.
You know, so
see, old school church, the reason for the skirt below the knees, 2 inches below the knees, was to keep the devil out. Y'all done started letting it ride up your thigh.
Y'all done let the
devil in. You done let the devil in. The devil, that's what the
AKA let the devil out, AKA allow the men who can't control their thoughts and their passions.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing. With that being said, and I hate to go biblical, but the word says that you should abstain from the appearance of evil. Even if you're not intentionally trying to do something, you know, the appearance is you trying to entice somebody. And church is not the place for that. You know, at the same time, you're not supposed to judge nobody either as they come in. Right. You know, you got to catch your fish before you clean your fish.
Right.
So once they get into church, then that's when you're supposed to, you know, as a woman or a man that knows better, and you know that certain things are going to attract a certain type of look or a certain type of thought, then you pull them to the side. Hey, baby, you know, let's go over here and let me show you, you know, where we can get some dresses and clothes. Because the girl might not have what she needs. She might not have the money to buy a dress all the way down. She might only can afford this much material. She might can't afford that much material on a dress. So it might be, you might have to bless her and buy her a church dress, or, you know, buy her something that's not so much church, but something more.
But if she keeps showing that extra thigh, somebody gonna bless her. And they gonna make sure she got whatever kind of dress she need to come to church. To have the proper attire to not entice men and have them.
So you saying you gotta entice the man to get the clothes that you need to not entice the man. I ain't saying it,
but if you saying she ain't got it yet.
I mean, because some people might not have it. If they're out in the world and they into things that the world does, they don't have the church.
So what about men wearing sweatpants to church? Should a man not wear the sweatpants to church?
As long as they great.
I don't know. Y'all the ones, bro. I thought sweatpants was perfectly legal.
Some of them men suits be real tailored to show off their pecs and stuff like that.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, Does that do something for y'all? Y'all like that? Because if y'all like that, then
they shouldn't wear it, huh?
No,
so man, you better not wear them tights. Don't wear no
the
tight
same
suits.
thing you saying for women.
Don't you wear anything?
The same thing you saying for women. You should say for the men.
Yeah, but the narrative
loosen
is
your
always
suit.
the same.
That's also, make your suit a little bit more baggy. Don't come in here enticing us like that. Got the pews all moist.
Coming up at church, right?
Got the janitor working extra hard because the pews all moist. Cause the usher
come in church with that fresh fade and that fresh shave of the beard, looking all good in the face.
Yeah, cause the ushers and the deacons is fine at the church. Now you trying every Sunday trying to go get saved and let hands laid upon you.
What would be inappropriate is to wear the tight suit with no shirt on, cause you showing your chest out and your chest hair and your pecs.
She done went way somewhere else. She trying to put holy oil on the man's chest.
No, I have not gone anywhere else. That's what you would equate that to. A tight suit is not the same as a dress with your stuff out and your skirt short.
Somebody tried to get you to go to church and you ain't want to go. Now I think about it, you a hypocrite. We can't even have this conversation.
Because I know he wanted to do some ungodly things after we left the church.
So it seemed like you didn't even have to bring the devil in the church. The devil was already in the church.
The devil was trying to take me to church with him.
The devil already there.
But I resist. I fled.
That wasn't the house of God.
But she ain't first.
Right.
But she ain't first. She got the dinner first. That's right.
The word say resist the devil and he shall flee.
Women will go out to eat with anybody. They
sure will.
Freddy Krueger, Jason, you hungry? Let's go.
Sure will. And that's
we will take a meal from anybody. Your friendly neighborhood.
Right. And that's so sad.
When I say be consistent, they act like I ain't know what I was
doing. No, we being consistent.
Yeah, we want to eat and it don't matter.
I served you many a times, but if you ask me for food, I'd be like, all right, cool, but ain't nothing changed.
And that's very consistent.
I'm going to eat this food and then we still getting
Fellas,
served.
I'm here for y'all.
Don't listen
Take us to commercial, Cole.
Don't listen to him.
Check it with our stylist.
This is Tariq Navar, celebrity and motion picture barber. Look seen on every television, movie, station and network on the planet. This is how we do it in ATL. Yeah, that way. And growing up in the film and television world with my mother, watching her be a celebrity stylist, makeup artist, barber, man, I've been very fortunate to just grab the torch and continue to run with it. Love to start with a shampoo. A relaxing portion of the process, coming out from a long day's work, getting off the highways and traffic. You get here and get your car valeted. You start with a relaxing shampoo. I also like to use a shampoo to set up the haircut. I can brush it down and pick it out and just maneuver it when it's most vulnerable, when it's wet. And that's how I set up a lot of these super fresh cuts that you see on social, that you see walking through the streets of Atlanta, or you see on your favorite movies and TV shows, you see on your favorite athletes. This is, one of the secrets behind it.
My name is Azia, affectionately known as Azia B. I've been in North Carolina for 7 years now. I've been a nail stylist and nail technician for 10 years now. So at the beginning of the stage, I prep the nails, which includes removal of any old product. The Gel X, Appraise Nail Gel X extensions, you usually remove them 3 to 5 weeks after the client comes in. So I've removed her old product, and I'm actually applying the new product. Well, I'm going to be applying our new product that we have offering now here at Azia B Salon. It's called Gel X by Appraise Nail. It's a Gel X extension that's pre-made, and you just put it on, shake it, polish, and go. Well, she's one of my regulars. They come every 3 weeks. And today she does have an idea what she wants. She usually does. Most of my clients I've had for quite some time, so they pretty much let me do what I do because they know I know their style.
Yo, what's up? This is Trent, also known as Unlimited Kid. I moved all the way down here from Rochester, New York to Miami. I'm ready to slay, and I'm ready to take this bitch over. Today I'm gonna be doing my client Oba. She's a real bad bitch. She came down here around the same time I came down here. She from DC. I color her wig. I'm getting ready to put a lace front wig on her. And I'm gonna show y'all just how we get into this wig shit in Miami. So I'm gonna be doing a lace front wig today on my client Oba. She brung in this curly wig. She ordered it online, we're just testing it. She brung it to me yesterday. I colored it and customized it. And I'm about to install it on her and it's about to be amazing. I'm about to give her this lace front, honey, because she's been dying for it. First, I'm gonna start off with her cap. Her cabbity cap. Bring her down. Let me add her
What up? It's your boy Ro, and Who Chopped You? I'm finna show you how to get chopped up and not slopped up in next time. So I'm not supposed to say I have a favorite client, but if we're being honest, I love when I see Janice's name come across the schedule. I know that she's gonna let me stretch my legs creatively and really push the envelope as a barber. All right, so what we finna do today, this is my girl Janice, and this is my client. She usually let me explore, get a little fun with her cut. So we just had a simple burst fade last go round with the part. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work to the other side on with some of the new growth, and we're gonna do an even crazier design. Nothing too crazy, but definitely something creative on the other side.
Styles are looking good. Can't wait to see the final product. Yes. Of course, we'll get to that later. Now, we've discussed what to wear in church, but what about in another setting? Let's say in a sports arena or at a football game, basketball game. What are some good things to wear there? Because we see
I tell you what ain't good to wear is high heels trying to walk in the nosebleed.
Why it's not?
Because you can't stay balanced walking on the incline like that. Your toes is running to the front of the shoe and sliding. It ain't a good look for you.
Well, first of all, height, so I can't wear heels.
If you in the nosebleeds, you need to have some tennis shoes on. You in the nosebleeds, that's not the place for the heels. The heels is for a little down further. And when you down there, that's when you should. Cause you don't, people, you on camera, people taking pictures.
But you
They're not doing that in the
But you get cute for you.
No, huh?
But you get cute for you.
For my pictures that I'm gonna be on down there.
You can be cute in sneakers. Like nobody said you have to wear. You can be absolutely cute.
You can if that's what you do. Yeah, if that's what you do, yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta know how to do both.
Exactly. If you're fashionable, you can make
fashionable, you can make anything look good.
What if you don't want to do both?
She had
the
damn.
wear your heels to
She had the damn track meet all in church with them wedges and all that. That is a picnic shoe. Take that off.
Who wear wedge?
You?
A lad? make me be ratchet and kick this red bottom up and show you, baby. I don't wear
which setting is a wedge appropriate for?
No setting.
No setting.
No setting.
But there are some cute
a teenager.
There are really
a
cute
teenager.
Wedges. I have a pair in my bag.
A teenager.
And
wedges.
These ain't no teenager wedges.
Wedges are starter shoes.
What makes them starter shoes?
Because they wedges.
No.
I hate wedges.
Hold on, listen. Now this is what I've been noticing is the divide between y'all. I think is y'all age.
Yeah.
She grew up in the era where wedges was against the law. Wedges started coming back with tennis shoe wedges and all that. Now
I never did that. Ooh, y'all didn't wear them Jordans, did you?
And this is not me trying to even be funny. But being that you are from, because I'm from the country too, I've seen more people in the country wear wedges.
Well, the thing is, I'm not from the country. I was transplanted to the country. I was
transplanted.
Yes,
Did you say
I
trans?
was
Yes, he said
transplanted.
transplanted.
Where
I
you from?
I'm from East Oakland, California, 6th to Arthur. But I was transplanted to the country because my grandmother and my mother and them, they were all from Louisiana. And when they left, I had to go where they went. So that's how I ended up here. And then I came in as a teenager. So that was the
understand.
worst time. Everything that I knew, it was already in me. So I was a city kid in the country.
But I think
no.
that you're thinking about the granny wedges that
No.
are just almost one whole.
She
No,
talking
I'm
about your wedges
Nah,
and
I'm
any
talking
other
about
wedge
wedges.
that's out. She
Right.
talking
I
about all
hate
them
wedges.
wedges.
I'm talking about my wedges.
I do not
My
like wedges.
is
The only way a
bomb.com.
wedge to me is acceptable if it has a ankle strap. Like if it's strapped around your ankle.
course.
Then
Most
that's
of
cool.
them do. I don't know any wedges that don't.
They have some
No,
wedges that
they
don't
got them
have-
wedges that go
Right.
across
They
like
have-
this.
Yeah, they have the crosses on the front of the front of
not
the
the
foot
back
and nothing on
Wait,
the back.
did you see how she grabbed her hand? The wedges that
That's ugly.
That
like
is
like a claw on
That
your
is
feet.
ugly. Like the Jordan high heel shoes they had out. That is terrible.
You can't make sneakers into a high heel shoe. There's just no way.
But
Yeah,
it
I
was
don't
a
like that. I
wedge.
don't like
It's
that.
ugly.
That was ugly.
I mean, there are some cute tennis shoe wedges, not the Jordans though. I mean, everybody understands that Jordans are a basketball shoe. Yeah, my Jordans ain't got no wedges in them. We're not doing that.
So to a basketball game or a football game or whatever, like
I'm in
a
sneakers.
sports arena, you know,
I'm in
is it
sneakers,
okay to get
jeans.
jazzed up though? You
I
said
mean,
You
it's-
better.
you can jazz up your sneakers. You don't have to wear a high heel shoe to a basketball game.
I'm not jazzing up no sneakers.
You know what?
They teammates.
But you
Don't
told
worry
me
about it. She gonna
For
be
the
the
gym,
only
yes.
one
She gonna
at the
break her
barbecue.
ankle.
She gonna only one at the barbecue with high heel shoes.
trying to step in the mud.
Trying to walk in the mud.
Yeah.
So what do you
gotta
wear
do like
to-
this. You
what
gotta
do
walk
wear
like
to a
this.
barbecue though? That's my question.
Heels.
You
I don't
like-
want
You don't wear
heels.
sandals, flip flops.
I'll take some flip flops with okay, put it like this here.
What you jumping in the
It
spacewalk with?
depends. It
You
depends.
gotta have socks. You gotta have socks for that. You gotta
Where
have
your,
socks.
what you bowling in, goddamn? What you-
It depends on what we're doing there. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you go into like a nice little garden type party thing, you know, that's outside or whatever,
Most barbecues are outside. I've never.
I'm
heard
gonna wear
of
heels
inside
to
barbecue.
that. Like if it's like a little, you know,
Oh,
get together,
prominent
an adult party that's outside, I'm gonna wear heels.
in
I'm
the
not wearing no
rocks?
tennis
You gonna
shoes.
walk in the rocks?
Yeah. Now I have my little
girl,
cute
we
flip
gonna-
flops in my purse.
We're gonna talk about
So at a
shit.
crawfish
No.
boy, at a crawfish
I don't
boy.
care. I
gonna
do it for
ring
me.
you up.
I'm consistent.
What about a crawfish
I do it for me.
Yeah.
We gonna ring you up
Yes.
in your face, girl.
I do it for me. Yeah, because I like heels. I'm tall. I like to be taller. I like that.
I mean, if that's what you want to wear, I
Yeah.
you know, my thing is comfort, and you
Right.
know, if I'm at a barbecue or a crawfish boil, you know, I feel like to me, the less comfortable I am, the less likely I am to eat as much food. And if I'm at a place where I can eat a whole lot, I'm
Oh
trying
no,
to eat.
Right.
nothing
And
stops
so-
me.
Look, if I
Nothing
gotta worry
stops me
about
from
something being
eating.
too tight, if my feet hurting, I wanna.
Right, because
honestly,
once my feet start hurting, I'm ready to go home.
yeah, no, I want to eat right, and I want to eat. Like I'm gonna be comfortable. I come in my work clothes ready for the food.
Don't
So
nothing
that's
stop
how
me.
you know, and I just make sure my work clothes are cute. So,
Wig
you know.
could be tight, everything. I'ma eat. It does not. It don't stop. The shoe, to me, I mean, I just like being cute. I'm gonna be
And there's
consistent.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Consistency.
You look very, 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 very cute.
Coy.
Might I add?
Very
And I think our
coy.
stylists are getting our people cute. So let's check in with them right now.
Man, I've been focused and locked in this barbering space for a while to continue to build my brand and to do the best haircuts that come out every single time I take the cape off of a client. Man, that'll lead you to some great opportunities. You just mix hard work, hustle, and a little bit of talent. You know, staying coachable and teachable, staying the student, and the possibilities are endless. The importance of beard in our society to these days is like, you know, a sense of masculinity, is a sense of, you know, pride, strength, confidence. So getting that thing edged up, keeping it fresh, keeping it clean, not just letting it grow out caveman style, is probably the most important part to beard growth. So if you're out there and you don't take care of your beard, first of all, that's a problem. Because you don't deserve a beard. I started, my barbering journey was a little bit different. I started at 12, being raised in a household by single mother, single black lady, single black woman who was heavy in the cosmetology space, big time makeup artist, hairstylist, natural hairstylist, barber, men's grooming specialist. She gave me a pair of clippers at 12 before I even really knew what to do with them. And, you know, by 13, I was already using it as a source of income. Being the son of a hustler, I always was out trying to find a way to make money, you know, as much of the right way as I knew how. So it just always kind of moving forward with that, getting to Syracuse, New York, up where I went to college, and starting to, you know, cutting hair from my first day on campus all the way until starting a legitimate business called Mobile Student Barber, where I would go to the dorm, cut different students' hair. But that started to get a little tiring, me being a student and trying to do, you know, go chase dorm to cut one person's hair. I kind of changed the rules. I said you had to have 5 people to get a haircut. So now, you know, instead of moving in ones, I was moving in 5s and knocking out 5 people at a time. So I was making a lot of money in college, man. And so barbering was just something that, you know, a business person like myself was given a talent like this. You know, I can't say it, you know, saved me from this. Well, maybe, because I don't know what else I would be doing right now.
And this is speaking from the heart. I've seen some people on social media say, oh, well, I've been and I've seen those nail products don't cost that much. And that, I mean, to be honest, some of them might not, but we use top quality equipment, top quality products, and education costs a lot. So people say, hey, this might, wait, I'll go here and this costs, I can get paid this for that. And I'm like, okay, well, me, I've been doing it for 10 years and I know I've done a lot of trial and error with products, so I know what works best for me. And I've been doing this. Education costs a lot, traveling to different states, cities to keep yourself educated and stay up in the know. That costs a lot of money. So not only when you're sitting down with your nail artist are you invested in that, you have to know that that's a part of it. Some people don't feel that that's important, but that's a really important part. Some people don't understand the cost to run it, what it costs to run a business. I mean, it's more than just keeping the lights on and, you know, the necessities. But I believe when you come into Azia B's salon that you are also paying for the experience. We treat all of our clients like queens. We know that they have other things going on outside. Sometimes we're a therapist. Sometimes we're, you know, just an ear to listen to. And so when you come and you patronize not just Azia B's, any good nail salon, then just know that that is something that you are paying for, the convenience of being treated like a queen. Well, when you come to Azia B's, I don't know about other places, but we strive for excellence and we don't apologize for it. So yes, our services may cost more than your salon down the street, but we also provide much more as well. So it's basically, you're paying for an experience as well as a service, and that's priceless.
Well, what makes a good lace front is a good foundation. Basically, you want to create a flat foundation. You want a nice cap, and you want to be able to, you want to use some foundation, her foundation, and the color that she used to blend this cap into her scalp. And I'm going to use the stocking cap method with the Got to Be Glued. And then I'm going to glue her frontal down. So I'm going to just lay this glue, this Got to Be Glued right onto her edge line, to her natural edge line. Just to keep that cap laid right down. So this do not lift up. This cap is not her color, but I'm going to use some foundation to make this cap her color. Then I'm going to put her right under the dryer. So being that she get a full lace wig, I don't have to do no whole braid down. She just get, I give her 2 little perimeter braids, like anchor braids I call them, and then split it down the middle, bring it down, and just give her 2 little plaits. All right, so I'm gonna have you just sit on the dryer for me real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, y'all just come this way. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. So basically, I want to show y'all something that kind of like really inspires me. Like, this is what I write. I write down these little sticky notes to just like really inspire me and help me, because you know, sometimes, some days we're not our best. I wrote down things that help me remember who I was. Like things like practice self-love. Don't be discouraged. A slither turns into a slab, and a slab turns into a slob. I always want to be my best self. So some things I have to constantly remind myself. I know I want, one day I want to be able to fill this whole thing up.
So pretty much week to week with her, we just, she done gave me just free reign. Like whatever I want to do as far as cuts go, she'll let me just try it. And so she was my first client. Typically I tax when people want the designs and the extra, but for Joe, because we've been doing this for like 4 years now, and she was one of the first ones to just trust my skill and let me go with it, we just do it like this pretty much every week, unless she want to give the hair a rest and let it grow back. So when I'm hitting the designs, what I've learned over time was that go ahead and put the markings in first, and that gives me more freedom and more options when I want to do the fading and the blending afterwards, rather than if I put the whole fade in from the jump, then I'm a little more limited with what I can do afterwards. So I can do my after effects, so to speak. And the designs, really, they haven't really always been my thing. I'll tell you the truth. I can do them, and I like the process of doing them. More than anything, I like the challenge. I'm down for a good challenge. But for me as a barber, man, my bread and butter is the service. You know, I like to keep things real clean, real timely. You know, I like to offer my people a service at a fair price that they not necessarily always getting elsewhere, so. If we talking about the evolution of designs, I was born in '88, so I mean, I wasn't there when Big Daddy Kane was getting the side parts, you know, when Troop was getting the haircut that was like a 4-in-1 haircut. But what I would say then, people were really exploring culture a lot as far as being African Americans. And not just black people. Vanilla Ice had parts, you know, he had designs, but we was exploring culture and design a lot, and just different ways to approach style and fashion. Now, you know, we've gotten so used to that to where designs have become a lot more technical, and they've become a reflection of technology to where we're working with illusions. You know, you got 3D parts, you got literal, you know, hair illusions where you add hair. You know, that's something you couldn't do before necessarily. So the designs have gotten a lot more intricate. So just knocking out a series of straight lines, you know, that's not necessarily what it's gonna be no more, or just a series of curved lines is not what it's gonna be no more. The designs really have to be, you gotta incorporate a lot more detail.
Welcome back. As you see, we have some great styles in store for you, but of course we'll get to that in just a moment. Now, we've discussed what to wear, appearance in different settings. We went to church, we went to picnics, crawfish boils, we done wore heels to the barbecue. But what about for a business setting? How do we feel about appearance and what we need to look like as far as business settings are concerned? And being more conservative, or is that something that we even agree with?
You would need to. If you want a job in the business world, your clothes must be properly fitted to your body. You must go to work or to your interview without a bunch of loud, bright colors and patterns and things like that. You want to be understated. You want to blend in to the wall, because it's not about you when you go out in corporate America. It's about what you got to do to get that work done. So, you know, the cleavage, put that up, you know, button up, you know, hair, no loud colors,
Right.
spritz, sprays, you know, keep that to a minimum. Hair should be soft and neat and, you know, even and nice color. If you're gonna do color, make sure your style is very, very coif, very smooth, very, very sleek.
This word coif. What is
Coif, C-O-I-F-E-D.
Explain.
Coif, that means put together, you know what I'm saying, polished.
Okay.
Not trying to stand out too much, you know, put the glossy stuff is not for that. You know, you have to keep it.
All right. So what men
Yeah.
need to wear? Cause
The same thing. That applies to men and women. Colors, dark colors, prints at a minimum.
All right, so as a man right now, I'm going on a business and I'm going on a job interview. Is my hairdo right now, is that?
Yes, your hairdo is very acceptable for that because it's out of your face, it's neat, it's all put together. Yeah, it's a natural style, it's trendy, but at the same time, it's very, you know, it's very neat.
Right.
It's very neat. It's cute.
But what you definitely
Don't be laughing
want
at
to
me.
do-
I'm
the
for
mistake
real.
that I've seen a lot of people make going into job interviews and in the business world, they'll put on a collared button-down shirt
Yeah.
with jeans. You don't want to do that. If you don't own a pair of slacks, you can buy a nice, cheap pair of slacks. You know, even if you can't afford it.
You can go to Goodwill.
You can go to Goodwill and get a pair of slacks for $2. You can go to Walmart and get a brand new pair for less than $20.
Right.
You know, there are places that you can get those types of clothes from.
And you don't have to have a bunch of
And
money.
you don't have to have a bunch of money, but you can still look neat and presentable for when you go to this interview.
Right, because I shop everywhere.
I ain't gonna lie, all of this is giving me anxiety because because thinking about you gotta do this, you gotta do this. That's why I like to do my own thing, have my own company, have my own business. I don't disagree with you though, because when you are working for someone else and trying to get on someone else's paycheck, you kind of gotta conform to what it is that they want.
Right. I'm gonna tell y'all what I have a problem with trying to figure out how to wear is like after 5 formal type
The
of
affairs,
attire.
the galas.
Yeah, like because I don't really know what after 5 means. Cause I wear all my clothes after 5, so I don't. You gotta break this down because if I show up with what I usually wear after 5, that ain't right.
After 5 is a suit coat. You gotta have for a man, you have to have a jacket. A sports coat, a sports jacket. No, hold on. That's for semi-formal. Semi-formal is a sport coat or a jacket or like that. For a formal or after 5, you have to have a suit. It has to be matching parts. You don't do like just a jacket with it. That's semi-formal.
Well, formal is tuxedo for me.
Yeah, formal is tuxedo.
So what's semi-formal?
Semi-formal is a suit
or
suit jacket. It don't have to match.
No jeans though. No jeans at all.
Yeah.
But I thought after 5 is jeans.
No jeans.
Jeans
No
with a
jeans,
blazer.
no t-shirt.
Is that after 5?
No jeans,
No jeans, no
tennis shoes.
sneakers.
No.
So what
That's
attire-
casual Fridays.
So no. So casual. All right. So what's casual for a man?
Casual is what you kind of got on right
Casual
now.
in the workplace?
Yeah.
No, we talking about like
general.
if you get an invitation that says
It's
dress
my child's
casual.
That
birthday
means you
party,
can
dress
wear. That
casual.
means
This
you
what
can wear
got on.
jeans.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
I'm
can
gonna
wear
tell you exactly what it is. You know how when you go to the club and some folks, some men can't get in the club because they have on tennis shoes. It's that type of thing. Like after 5 means put your tennis shoes.
Well, the club ain't really
But
after
certain-
5.
but
either.
certain-
Somebody got after 5. Don't wear your club wear.
But certain tennis shoes and certain like I feel like there's a fine line between what type of tennis shoe is accepted.
So you talking about like some Yeezys or something like that that would cost
No,
more?
I'm saying no, like
Like your black, anything you get out of Foot Locker, Foot Action, just don't wear it for after 5.
okay, but Gucci makes tennis shoes that could just as well be sold in Foot Locker. But
that's
If
not
it's a
for after
tennis shoe,
5.
if you consider it a tennis shoe, don't wear it for after
It's not
5.
5. Just because it was expensive doesn't
Yeah,
mean that's
don't
the
wear it
thing.
for after 5.
but
if
I
it's
can
a
wear it
tennis
for casual.
shoe. Yeah, it's casual.
Yes. Casual flag, yeah.
And then if it says formal, get you a tux.
Right.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I definitely know that formal.
Yeah.
You can't be nothing but penguin.
Shark. There you
Penguin.
There you go. That's how that works. So yeah. Anyway, it's time to check back in with our stylists and see what they got for us.
Atlanta, Georgia, the Black Hollywood, the mecca of entrepreneurialism. Yeah, Atlanta's definitely one of those cities who, you know, the growth is accelerated, I think, for a handful of reasons. But for the entrepreneurial space, it's a city that a lot of people aren't shy with working with others, working together, working in groups and teams, co-branding, just showing love. This is one of the rare cities that, you know, that's done at the premium that it is here. And I think that allows us to all grow and work together. That allows us to, you know, excel and create the city of Atlanta that is on its way. Like you see this now. It's Crane City right now. We got, everywhere you look, it's a new skyscraper being built in Atlanta. One thing as African Americans, we gotta understand, you know, we coming up out of the era and the generation where, you know, looking like a thug was that cool. It used to be cool to be braided up and iced out, and that was, you know, we saw people being overly successful, creating their own waves with that type of image. But, you know, a lot of people gotta realize there's a lot of, you kind of price yourself out of the classy woman, the classy lifestyle, the classy, you know, businessmen and women. You price yourself out of their taste. You know, when you run around here with your pants sagging and, you know, you unkept, you don't care about your beard, you don't care about your hair. You know, it's easy to draw parallels to anything else you probably don't care about. That razor line, get that crispy, sharp finish. Give you a couple extra days of freshness. This is what brings out the confidence. You know, you feel good, you look good after a clipper cut. But once you add that razor, that's when you feel invincible. I always tell my clients, you know, when they leave, don't be going out there trying to walk on water. Because that confidence in how you do some crazy things.
Most of my clients have been with me since I've moved to North Carolina for 7 years, and they're repeat customers. At the salon that we've just opened up in October, we get a lot of walk-ins. So, but I mainly service my regulars. Getting your nails done makes you feel very good about yourself. It boosts your confidence. At Azia B's, we believe in providing a very pleasant experience, not just doing your nails. We're very serious about making you happy. We treat you like a queen. We offer you wine, water, or tea, and then we find out, so what do you want? What is your vision for your nails today? So it's not just, hey, you sit down and get your nails done. It's about the whole experience. We want to see what you want. Of course, I said before, we don't duplicate. We customize every set specifically for our client that's in the chair. Nail art is hot right now. The beauty industry is booming right now. And Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, it's making ladies come. They want what they see. So that is really just, that's why we stay busy here, because we specialize in nail art, making your vision come to life. When you see something, you can come. We're not going to duplicate it, but we'll make it yours.
I'm about to put this lace front on you, and I'm ready to make this lace front melt into your scalp. No, I am. Let me see. Let me get up on you real quick. So Let's see what I got going on here. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna just clip that part off. When I first got here, I was actually a little nervous, to be honest, because
Why?
Because I stepped out on faith. I really did take a leap of faith, and a lot of people didn't really trust in me. But I had to say, fuck that, man. I had to really just do it. And when I got here, I had a culture. It was a culture shock a little bit. But when I tell you, I fell in love with it immediately because I was able to basically just start over, and I felt like I had a purpose again. I felt like I had to prove myself again. All right, I'm about to just give you some layers real quick, Opa.
Okay.
And I'm about to, I just blow dried her out, and I'm about to give her some soft layers. I can definitely say that I am definitely like my dad though. Especially my personality. I'm so hardcore and rough with him. Like,
But it's
just
a
like
picture of his mom too.
Well, I could definitely say that my mom inspired me because my mom been doing hair for so long, but I never knew.
Yeah.
I never like had the desire to want to do hair though. It just happened for me because I guess I've been watching it all my life. My mom had a shop. I remember when I was young, right? And my mom had her shop, and everybody used to be in there, and the girls used to be like, "Oh my God, Trent, your lashes is so long." I was the cute little boy with all the hair and lashes. But I was in the mirror. Y'all listen to me, shit. Y'all just talking over me. What the fuck? I just want to make sure you bitches is fucking listening. Well, I ended up cutting my lashes off. I cut them all off, and my mom and I didn't tell her. And then the next day she looked at my face and was like, "Trent, where the fuck is your lashes at?" And I got a whooping for cutting my lashes off of her shop. Basically, that's what I wanted to say.
You are so silly.
It don't matter how, where you from, how much money your people had, where you live now. It don't matter if you bald today. When you was little, your hair grew, and you had to go get that first cut and all the cuts to follow. And that's an experience as men we all share. That's a commonality amongst us all, I believe, or the greater majority of men. And I remember sitting in the shop. I lived in Killeen, Texas, so it was on a military base, Fort Hood. So I didn't get the traditional black barbershop haircut. Actually, a lot of Korean people were there in Killeen after the Korean War, and they stayed there. And there was a lot of military installment in Korea. Men would come back with their wives, so we had a large Korean population, and that's who would cut my hair. They were all about efficiency. You was getting a $5 haircut. They had a vacuum on the clippers, so they didn't even have to sweep their hair. And it was just a rough cut, man. It wasn't a whole lot of style to it. Every now and again, you look up, you'll get somebody, and she'd be pretty good with the fade, throw a nice part on the side for you. But I remember in New Iberia, Louisiana, I was with my cousin, and that was the first time I got like a true to form black barbershop classic haircut, raise and finish, all that, man. And I loved it. I love sitting in the shop, I love waiting in the shop. And so from there, I just kind of fell in love with barbershop culture. So even in high school, my first co-op job was as a runner for a barbershop, which they had some extra activities going on in the barbershop, and the barbershop got raided, and that was that. I had to go get a real job after that. But before that, man, it was great. So I never really quite imagined that I would be the guy, passing on this skill. And now I'm cutting little guys' hair. So for me, it's humbling. I actually really like it. It's not like I'm a doctor or a lawyer, nothing like that. Civil engineer or anything, but it's a humble job, but it's an important craft, man. Everybody needs a cut. If you don't got a cut, that's the difference between you getting that job, getting that girl, walking with confidence is very important. So for me to actually go from admiring being able to be just at the shop amongst men to being the man running the space, that's it's crazy for me, man. It's super humbling, and to be able to do it in a city that I'm not even from. I'm in Houston, representing Houston, but this is only my 4th year out here.
Welcome back. We have some great styles for you in store. We are going to see the final product of that real soon, right after this, as a matter of fact. So we were talking about different appearances and styles, different settings. We done went all around the spectrums of different places you can go. One of the topics that we talked about, of course, was business attire and being conservative. But we never really talked about the workplace. And I want to touch on the workplace. What are some proper things to wear when you're at work? Because not all workplaces have the same setting.
Well, me as a man, I feel like tights should never be allowed in the workplace. Tights
Or tight pants.
tight pants is okay. I think because some
people
dress
can't help
pants.
what they
Yeah,
got.
I mean you don't have to, as a woman have to wear baggy pants. I mean, I just think tights is one of those things that kind of drives. I can't really, I guess, drives a man to more of your shape than.
Because it shows everything. You can
Yeah,
see the
you know what I'm
entire
saying?
silhouette.
So we need to pick our wardrobe based on how a man thinks. So we need to base our life based on what man can and can't control.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if you don't want, you thought I'm a habitual line stepper. You ain't gonna just throw that out there. Yeah,
Well,
because
no, I mean that's good that you say that because there's a lot of men who think that, and there's a lot of people who think that
if you hadn't worn that, then I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have did
We
that.
have to base our lives based off of what you guys can control,
Right.
which I feel like is pretty unfair to
yeah,
us.
but sometimes as men, y'all bait us into bad situations, and you might wear something. All right, so let's hypothetically
we can't bait
say,
you into anything you don't want to be baited into.
I mean,
Yeah, but in our
a fish like shrimp.
It's the truth.
A fish like shrimp. So if you put it in the water, he gonna bite at the shrimp.
A shrimp is an animal without a brain.
We talking about the fish.
And she
It's
don't eat
without a
meat.
brain. You got a brain though. Men have brains. We think, right?
Fish got brains.
It's not as developed as a human.
It don't matter. It's
So
a
you
brain.
telling me that a human, please tell me this, a human male's brain is the same as a fish. Please tell me it is, so that will solve all the issues.
No, it ain't. It's not the same, but it's still.
I want to hear this.
As a fish.
It's nature.
They got the same brain.
It's nature.
As a
It's the
fish.
same reason that if you put a dog by another dog that's in
male
heat,
human.
you put a
is the
male
same as a dog.
You put a male dog by a female dog that's in heat, and he gonna hump. Whether he own her or not, he gonna hump.
I agree that y'all some dogs. I agree with that 100%.
What I'm saying is, it's nature. It's nature. Your
It's
pheromones,
nature, but we're humans.
all of that
and
got
we're
to play a
supposed to have
part.
the ability
So
to
you're-
reason. That's
Right.
what the
And
difference
you guys
is.
are supposed to have
Not
the
an
ability
animal.
to control.
I mean, this sounds
Your
wonderful.
urges.
No, all of this sounds
But
wonderful.
you're right. It
what y'all
sounds
saying.
good. But what you're saying,
But
I feel
we
that
talking
some
about
women
all right,
do that.
All right, the same way that.
And some men do too. Y'all be trying to show off what you've been working on in the gym and all of
Yeah,
that, wearing
but-
tight shirts
but-
and stuff
but
like that.
can you
Sending
control
naked pictures,
yourself?
But I'm not about to walk up and just be like, ooh, let me touch on you.
But
I
first
see
of
you
all,
trying to see, I see a little peck coming through here.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not all
first
rubbing
of
all
all,
up on you and stuff like that.
as a man, I ain't gonna just walk up and just freely touch no woman. Now I don't know what kind of man you around, but that ain't me.
Right.
So I guess I can't relate to those type of men. But what I'm saying is, I am a man, and when a woman come around, ain't a man in the world that's gonna look at an attractive woman and just be like, oh, okay. Like,
No, well,
especially
I'm
if
not
she.
saying that you can't look, but it's the actions that come. People gonna look.
Yeah, I mean,
And
but that's what I'm saying. I've never had those actions, and by us all being on the show together, I hope I ain't made none of y'all feel
Not at all.
that kind of way.
We done had all kinds of.
But
I
if
know
y'all-
between me and Honey, we done had all
We done
kinds
had
of
tennis
cleavage,
all
so-
in your
Yeah.
face.
Exactly.
But-
You ain't that paid us
Right
enough.
here.
but what I will say is, if you gon' push charges for something, get it now, and don't wait till I blow up and try to get it later. Get what I got now.
I agree.
Nah, I'm gonna wait till you get some money.
All right.
I ain't gonna get nothing right now.
You can't
Can't get no more dust cold.
I can't get what
So
you
see,
ain't got.
but-
It's not always about that. It's not always
No,
about
it
that.
is all. That's
It's
what it
not
all.
always
The whole
about
world comes right back to money, baby.
It's not always about money. Some people
How
are
many
actually
times you done
genuine
had
stars.
sexual harassment on the brokest person at the job? You don't get that.
No.
It's always at the top because they got the money at the top.
And that's the people who think that they got the most power, that think that they can get away with the most. That's the people who are doing it.
Right, because why you think?
Because they think they got the power.
No, because they've been getting away with it for years.
Yeah.
Every now and
That's
again,
true.
like people who steal.
So we shouldn't say anything about it because
No,
they
I
been
ain't
getting away
saying don't
with it?
say nothing about it, but what I am saying is people who steal till they get caught. Once you get caught, then I'm stuck. You got me. But until then, I'm gonna keep on picking these fruit.
And that is why we, as women and men, because men, I agree, men can get sexually harassed as well. It's not just one gender being sexually harassed. Men and women, we have to speak out and speak up against these things and not allow these types of people to continue ruling our workplaces and having the power. And we can't allow these people to control what we wear and all of this stuff because they can't control themselves.
You feel like you about to run for something. When I hear you talk, I just hear Nicole, vote Nicole, number 71.
I would never
I
wouldn't ever want to be in anybody's political. No,
Forget
sir,
Oprah,
no,
Nicole.
no.
But I really do. I just feel like, I guess as of recently, I started feeling like a lot of women run into this issue. Why? I don't know. I do feel like men are supposed to control themselves.
And women.
I mean, yeah, it's vice versa, but it seems like it's more of a woman thing. And I mean, not sure why y'all go through that. I'm sorry for the women who go through that or had to go through that. But if you put that shit up,
Stop. It's time to check in. It's time to check in for the final product. Thank you. Now touch me.
Let them titties out.
Ooh. When the boy got his sauce back. Yeah. Hey man, be careful out there in these streets, man.
I appreciate it, man. I'm back in the game, man.
It might be dangerous to look this good, man.
Hey, man, basically, the situation is about to change drastically.
Hey, put my number on speed dial in case you get pulled over. They try to arrest you for looking too good, man.
I'm like, they want to know cut my hair.
Hey man, I just wanted you to know I'm responsible for 10% of everything that good that happened in your life.
Hey, wouldn't it be crazy? I get stopped and the police like, man, I'm gonna give you a ticket, but by the way, who cut your hair?
Just know I'm not responsible for 10% of that ticket.
Man.
I'm responsible for 10% of everything else, 10% of the attention.
Oh man,
I'm responsible for 10% of the job opportunities, the financial gain.
That's
I love that my client Jermaine, corporate executive, came today to get this haircut after earlier in the day doing a photo shoot with Macy's and Sean John, where the kids were super sharp, super flashy, dealing with Jacquees and YFN Lucci, two major artists who probably had on more diamonds than every asset that I own, to come now to a more conservative look, to make sure he's ready for his corporate space, which is more conservative, more smooth. It's not about break your neck sharpness and flashiness. I got that when you're ready for them. I got designs when you're ready. I got competition winning looks. I got color when you're ready for them. But in this space, in this time, we're highlighting the businessman. I'm responsible for 10% of the women of the opposite sex. If 10 of them run up, one of them you need to send my way.
women in the jobs, man.
I'm just kidding. Don't send no woman. You're trying to get me. First of all, I'm happy.
That's good, man.
And I donate that 10% to somebody who need it, to charity.
Oh.
Okay, for this design, she had an inspiration. She did bring in a picture from offline, but we made it our own. And she has her bling up there, and we did a little freehand. I am a fan of using the stamps and stencils, so this one is a stamp. This one is freehand with a little bling on it. And we made her vision come to life, right? Let me see that in here. And so with this design, we decided to incorporate a little bit of bling. Well, I always incorporate bling, but the bling bow and some freehand art as well as stencil art.
These curls are dropping, honey. Dropping these big luscious curls.
Yeah.
Bitch, is you ready?
I was born ready, honey.
Yes, I see. I've noticed that about you.
Yes.
I've noticed that about you, bitch. Wazam, what damn. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Yes, bitch, you looking like somebody.
Okay, I was born somebody.
I know that's right, bitch.
Yes, honey, yes.
Look at you, mama.
Look at me, yes.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me.
I just love my hair by my Trent, honey. I am going out tonight and I'm going to slay around the clubs. I might even meet me 3-4 men this evening. How about that?
Please, just let me do me.
And that's what I did, and look at it. Look at God.
Look at
God.
Look at him.
I love it.
Look at you.
love
Look at you, look at you, look at you.
I love it.
Okay. But yes, bitch, you poppin'. And then we are going out tonight. I cannot fucking wait.
Yes, honey. I'm gonna get the dog up.
You poppin'. And that's how you slay a lace in Miami.
Alright, let me get you a little alcohol on you. You're gonna be good to go. So right here, we kept that burst fade we had a couple weeks ago. I just took the part out, put that nice deep fade in there, whip the tail on it around the back, and then bring it around. So we jumping from dark to light to dark to light again, and keeping that tail whipped around the back. So we playing with a few different whips and tails and geometric shapes, so to speak. And most of these they kind of come like, I look at something and I'll take the beginnings of a design and then I'll stop it somewhere in the middle, and I've by that point created a different vision for myself of what to do afterwards, towards the end of it. And that's what it is. Who chopped you?
Bravo to our stylists. They have done a wonderful job. Man, we got some good people that we have been featuring, featuring on this show. And great topic for today. We've done a good job at talking about appearances as well.
Right. Make sure you guys, I'm sorry, I guess it's the diva in me. If you want to wear your heels to the game, you wear your heels to the game. You just make sure you got them heels on down there. Don't be in the nosebleeds with your heels on. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and whatever makes you feel your best and whatever you have to do to be great, you be great. Put them shoes on. Be great.
At the barbecue.
At the barbecue. So what I want to touch on is, church should be, when you go to church, you shouldn't have to worry about, what you are wearing. You don't want to have to get all dressed up to go to church. You should be able to come to church in jeans and a t-shirt if that's what you feel like that particular morning, because you're going to church to get the word. You're not going to church for a fashion show. I don't like them churches. Everybody got on big hats and suits, and you don't have to do all of that just to get the word. Come as you are means come in whatever spirit you're in. And my spirit might be sweatpants today, but don't wear them gray sweatpants.
But I'm about to say, but when my spirit say gray sweatpants.
No, sir. Don't you wear them gray sweatpants.
Because your spirit might rise.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
See what I'm saying?
We don't need that.
But what my spirit rising got to do with y'all? Y'all say it's all good. I should be able to wear my pants.
No.
I should be able to wear my sweatpants.
That's not what we're trying to resurrect.
And make y'all not have to sweat about my pants.
You're right. You know what? You're right. That is a point. That is a word.
I know. And furthermore, I don't want to go to no broke church where everybody broke. Wear your good stuff to my church. If you go to church with me, wear your good stuff.
Right on.
Nobody got no time for no broke church.
Get
People
flat.
barely got clothes to wear. We ain't got time for that. We trying to go higher.
The more money, the closer you are to God.
That's how I feel.
Yes, indeed.
Ask a broke pastor, ask a rich pastor.
Oh, the broke pastor always wants something from you, huh?
But all of them want something from me.
All right, guys, it's time for us to take a sneak peek at what's going on
Where's
next
the doorknobs at your church?
Masters. Let's pass the collection plate.
Master.